You know, you can always edit if you want to.
Yeah, because you can't escape
it is, man.
Oh, well, it's raw then. It's raw. We raw dogging.
Yeah, open up, man.
We on?
Yeah.
All right. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Week in and week out, we come out to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, to tell the people of Negro, Latino, and Native descent who they are according to the Bible, where they're from, and where they would be going back to. Our true nationality are the children of Israel. The Bible proves it, history proves it, and even the persecution that we are soon to go through proves it. Okay?
The persecution that we've been going through.
Right. It's going to happen to a scale where you're going to know, hey, those got to be the Jews, the way they fucking them up. Because if you didn't think that already, because you say slavery is a long time ago, you don't know much, man. All right? Because it never stopped. It never toned down. It just changed. All right? I'm looking at this article. All these black business owners, they can't get business loans no more. That shit is on a super increase. You trust in your riches, you trust in these finances and in this kingdom, then that's your ass, because you will be done away with. You got cats that are making these monetary funds off of YouTube. When they shut down YouTube, and these cats, they got these big ass houses and all this money and all these women and what have you. You're going to end up like that nigga Welvin from Wellstar. Alright? Sleeping on a damn curb somewhere with one shoe on, bro.
Shilak, you see what they did to, look at that YouTuber, what's his name? No, Brian Paul. You see what he doing? He went into boxing and shit. Logan Paul, because he finna box another YouTuber, but that shit is making huge fucking money. He ain't gonna need YouTube in a minute. He ain't gonna need YouTube because he was a big YouTuber, but now the motherfucker ain't. Man, I seen the video when he found. I seen the raw video footage when he found the body of the man hanging in the tree when he went to the forest. In Japan, they call it some type of dead forest where motherfuckers go commit suicide. Why they go there and a motherfucker committed suicide like a day or two before, and he was hanging on a fucking tree. I'm talking about they got a close shot of his body. They never showed that on YouTube, but it's on World Star. I'm like, wow, man.
Right, because these devils actually, these groups actually go there and kill themselves, man.
Yeah, they gonna hang themselves.
But the condition that this kingdom is in, just recently, since we going to the judgment that's coming to this place, man. One, you can't escape judgment, man. All right, this country right here is not going to escape the judgment that is received. Everybody within it is going to receive their worthy of the judgment that they are going to receive, man. Okay? Don't ever get it twisted. You got niggas that think that they can run away from judgment. Y'all about to y'all shy, brother.
Shalom, Mark.
Safe, man. Yeah, they think that they can get away from this, man. This shit is gonna happen so bad. Each and every individual, just when you thought you got away from your judgment, it's gonna catch up with you. The same way that the history of these Edomites is catching up with their asses right now, man. All right? All the judgment that this country has coming to it, it deserves. You stop and you look at all the different treaties that this country has made with other countries that have been broken within the last 2 years, they deserve it, man. People don't understand sanctions. When they hear sanctions, that don't mean shit to them in America because they don't have other countries sanctioning America hard enough for them to feel it. All right? When you say sanctions, U.S. doesn't understand what that means. Oh, just sanctioning them. That's not doing shit to them. Blow them up. Motherfucker, sanctions is a slow death. Okay? You got something else? This is Sirach 25, and we can go to 4. Oh, how calmly a thing is judgment for gray hairs, and for ancient men to know counsel. It's up to us to understand what this counsel is and to know counsel and what's going to happen with the Heavenly Father if you don't do what he says do. You don't serve out his law, statutes, and commandments as his people. We out here trying to give you wise counsel because of what's about to take place, man. All right, you got some brothers that's been in this for 1 year, all the way up to 10 to the 35 mark, man. I'm trying to tell you, okay? You're going to have brothers that's only been in the truth for a couple years that are going to be part of the elect, man.
Mm-hmm. I remember
gray on their head, but 70 years, hey, they 70 years, 70-year-old spirit will tell you, man.
I remember,
you sit down and you talk to a person that the spirit is dealing with, man.
Look, yeah, I remember Gabar talking about that one day when he was like, he said he don't care if a man 6 hours before the Yahushua come back, a man damn near finna drown, and he said, "Forgive me, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua," and blah blah blah, this and that. That means he possibly can be saved still. It don't matter if it's 6 hours before. Like, it don't matter what time. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter if they part of the elect.
Right. If they part of the elect, like, see, I know he was talking about like a person. If you part of the Lord's chosen people, you still got a chance before, as long as you do it before your house shall come back.
No, it don't work like that, because the Lord said, many shall say,
oh yeah,
his name,
and he shall not hear him. Right.
Because you ain't finna come in at the last minute and be like, Yahushua saved me, and then get saved.
I think what Gabar was saying is that you have to mean it.
Yeah,
you know, like people don't mean it.
Part of the elect, it
well,
don't really matter. That's really it. If you ain't part of the elect, you ain't getting saved.
Which that means that only the Lord know who the elect really is.
Because a lot of niggas seem to think that they can just pray at the last minute and be saved. No, it don't work like that. That's what Christianity teaches.
Right.
You got a lot of wicked doers that call themselves men in the truth.
Right.
That's why Yahushua he shall sever the wicked from among the just.
Right.
This is Isaiah chapter 11. I start at 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, a branch shall grow out of his roots, and the spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and the fear of Yahweh. And shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yahweh, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. And the point is the Lord to make you of a quick understanding, you know, because the Most High made Yahushua of a quick understanding, and Yahushua's spirit quicken us, you know. So it don't matter if you've been here a year or even less. Yeah, you can still be, you know, you'll understand these scriptures because the Lord will put His spirit on you to understand.
Just like Tahar said years ago, man. You know, you don't know who the Lord chooses and who the Lord gonna, make the elect is. Like, it could be somebody that you probably don't have no idea, or probably thought that, nah, he ain't no part of the elect, and then he's part of the elect and you not. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, hey, you can't make yourself a part of the elect. Fallout that said that, man. Right before he fell out. You know what I'm saying? How dare you make yourself part of the elect? And he was talking about himself. Because he knew he wasn't part of it, because he lost faith already, you know? But you don't know who's a part of the elect, because the elect is going to get saved no matter what. You can't make yourself part of the elect. But I can tell you what, you can put in these works and hope
and try to ensure your election.
You know what I'm saying?
Try to ensure your election.
Yeah. I mean, because what did the Lord say? Faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying? And coming out on these highways and hedges is a commandment. This is part of the work. It don't matter if you're teaching or not per se, but if you out here doing the works, you know what I'm saying? That gives you more of a chance of being part of that number. You know what I'm saying? Rather than somebody that's sitting behind a computer screen and giving thumbs ups. You know what I'm saying?
Or giving thumbs downs, rather, because thumbs down, like Yakanai.
Y'all should do this and this and
like
that.
the keyboard warriors.
Y'all shouldn't be so mean while y'all teaching. Hey, you're not doing the works, man.
I ain't gonna lie,
and the
man.
men outside are doing the works.
I'm gonna say it like this.
I'm
gonna say it like this. It's a lot of keyboard killers out there, man. Straight up, man. Seriously.
We'll kill you with keystrokes, man.
Actually, flag your video, flag the shit out your fucking videos for no reason, you know.
I mean, a lot of them out there. Go ahead, Art.
This is Matthew 13. We can start at 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parable? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Right, it is given unto us, the hopeful elect, to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. I mean, we see a whole lot of jakes just walking past, don't understand shit, but it wasn't given to them. That's why we ain't even mad at them, because their lot is to be destroyed, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their lot to be the chosen, you know? It's not their lot to even get it. So on this side, they think they got it. You know what I'm saying? You know, give a nigga a motherfucking bike with a motor on it, and that nigga think he making it. You know, give a nigga a SUV, yeah, that nigga think he making it. Give him an SUV and a pretty bitch, and he think he making it. No matter how much hell that bitch put on him, he think he making it.
You give a nigga a house in America,
right,
and a beautiful woman. They think they on top of the world, man.
I mean, hey. I hate to say it like this, but you know, the black consciousness movement, man. Y'all actually think y'all got it, man. Y'all think y'all got the truth. Some of you niggas that got on Polite's level selling books to con people, and y'all think y'all made it, man. I mean, did not the Lord say that this is not our rest? So you can never make it in your enemy's society, man. And in this devil's society, he's a damn sure gonna make sure you don't make it, man. But for some reason, you niggas actually get a crumb, and y'all think y'all going somewhere in America. Y'all don't want America to go. We've been waiting for all this, man. We've been waiting for prophecies to come to pass, and for the Lord, we waiting for the Lord to come back to destroy this place.
Most of your life is on the plantation just to make ends meet.
Crime.
So
The majority.
How are you really living and enjoying life when you give most of your time to Esau at the job?
Crime. Yeah, and that's just facts.
You're not even getting ahead. You just
You just maintain the status quo. You just maintaining the status quo.
Because if you was getting
Esau's plantation,
if you was getting ahead, as soon as you start working for a month, 1 month, you wouldn't drop and go down. Your financial wealth wouldn't go down dramatically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like if you was getting ahead,
yeah, you
can't get ahead in this country, man, unless you're an Edomite.
Go
ahead, brother.
2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Right, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. How do you do that? If you believe, put in the work. And what's the main job of a brother that believes? Just to come out. That's it. Just to come out and support. Let's say you're not in a camp. Support the camp that's around. You know. Let's say you can't go. Actually, hey, you can actually make a camp. To be honest, you can go out on the street and preach the downfall of America and pray to the Lord that He bring men to you to help bring the word out, and that'll happen. Or hey, and honestly, you can actually be on the keyboards and shit trying to teach, or doing videos at home trying to teach, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing it the right way. But like the scriptures say, faith without that done work is dead. And the main works is actually the highways and hedges, man.
Yeah. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail.
Right. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail. Why? Because this puts faith in you. Being out on the highways and hedges actually supposed to give you faith, man. I mean, but you can't make yourself part of the elect. So for those that are not part of that number, hey, it's gonna make you fall out. Basically, being out on these highways and hedges, it takes your measurement. And once it takes your measurements, either you're gonna stick with it or you're gonna fall the fuck out, man. Or you're gonna become a motherfucking scoffer or something like that, man. But being out on these highways and hedges is gonna test your mettle, and you're gonna see what manner of man you are. You know, and we had several fallouts from this camp, man. We even had one famous fallout, you know.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yakanan, you
I'm gonna
know?
say it like this. This
So-
is the reason why they fell out. Is exactly the season what we in right now. Is the reason why people fall out.
Most people
Because-
fall out because of the winter time.
Right, it's winter. The rain is fucking. The rain and the water is frozen on the streets.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's tough out here to be out here. It takes a man to be out here and do these works, man. It's tough.
That's just living up north, man.
Yep.
Yup.
Living up north, over in, even in Chicago, on up, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan,
Yup.
New York, man.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna, this winter weather is gonna test your metal. Go ahead.
The sower and interest shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
So shit, hey man, you gotta be out here, man. This is our main thing right here on the highways and hedges, man. To move our states, man.
Also, you gotta be making yourself a living sacrifice,
Right.
putting off the old man,
Right.
basically like showing temperance.
Yeah.
Right,
Didn't the scripture say that we'll be looking?
fasting
Didn't
and prayer.
right? Because
Right,
didn't the scripture say that before there's I forgot, before there's something, there's humiliation. Before there's
promotion is humiliation.
yeah, like what was
Like,
it?
hey, for instance, when Yahweh Shai, before he was magnified, he
Oh shit!
suffered.
I keep forgetting I got my hat
Being
on.
put on the
Yeah, I
cross
don't need it.
and being defamed in the hands of sinners. But then was resurrected the third day through our Lord, through Yahweh. And now he's sitting at the right hand of the Most High.
Now the Lord say we will be made a spectacle unto men.
That's being
Humiliated.
Yeah,
Yup.
humiliated. Because people come by and they
Right.
cheer, laugh, and talk shit.
Right.
They can, come up and try to start shit with us.
Yup.
But this is for the Lord's pleasure.
Correct.
Ooh.
This is
You misplaced, man. I got something else.
No, this is Galatians 4, Slakia 5. And we can start at 18. But brethren, we have been called unto liberty only. Use not liberty for an occasion of to the flesh.
Right.
that word liberty means freedom to do as what thou should, not what you want to do.
Right. So
The
do not.
liberty is to basically rehearse the righteous acts.
Current.
Because you've been liberated from sin. You've been liberated from the dead state that you were in your trespasses because you believed on Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Now coming into this, now
say sorry.
Most High 10 times more. You're liberated to do the law, statutes, and commandments. So you're not to use liberty as an occasion to the flesh.
Current. Don't go
Asshole,
out there.
we tell you couldn't walk past.
What is that asshole saying something?
Yeah.
Hey man, your kingdom is gonna be destroyed and you're gonna be our slave, boy. Yes, you. You gonna be
boy.
our slave. And we
Boy.
don't care how you feel about
Boy.
it. You, your kids, and your wife is gonna be slaves under us.
Right.
Boy.
With that?
Hey, like we
I didn't
fucking-
think so.
Like
Keep
we
on
fucking
walking.
sat here and told this motherfucker, hey,
Right, man.
go around this shit.
Right.
We didn't
Hey,
say
he gonna
We didn't
turn
say
around
nothing.
Like he bad or something, man.
Like he was gonna do
We
something.
didn't
man.
take shit. We didn't take shit to you or your
Right,
fat
right.
wife.
Exactly. We
And
didn't
then
say
you wanna
nothing to
talk
your
your
cow
shit.
wives. We didn't say nothing to you. We didn't say you couldn't walk past.
Right. Hey, man, can y'all
You
please
talk
go
some
around?
shit, man.
No, that's
Yeah,
motherfucker.
man.
We don't have that power yet.
That's the motherfucker.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, they remind me.
Hey, that's why when the Lord give us the power, we don't zap y'all, man. I mean, Apostle Paul always talk about the big wacko zappo, man. And we know the Lord give us that power, we don't wacko zappo. I mean, hey, but getting back to what we was talking about, you don't use this word as occasion of the flesh. We ain't trying to use this word to get rich or to gather men unto ourselves, because this is not about us. This is about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. This is his program to gather his elect, and that's the main thing you got to know, and that is the main thing you got to know in this truth. This is not about us, man.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is bigger than us. This is about Yahweh Shem Yahushai gathering his elect and destroying this place. And we hope we part of that number.
A nigga mindset will be like, man, I'm learning so much from these brothers right here. You know,
Right,
I'm
right.
use this to get bitches.
Exactly.
But you know what though?
Right,
Soon
right.
somebody come up, soon brother come up, and tell them like, what's today's mathematics, brother?
Right.
he ain't got no answer
Yeah.
for it at all.
Right. It's like, no, this is not about all that, man.
Right.
This is about your salvation. We actually out here warning. We actually out here warning our people to get right, which we know 2/3 of our people is going to be destroyed. We actually telling you other nations that judgment is coming. The judgment is coming. Y'all going to be destroyed for the things that y'all did to the children of Israel. Especially
right.
you Edomites,
Right.
which are known as the so-called white man today. But you other nations are not going to get away with it either. You so-called Africans, you so-called Arabs, I don't even care, you so-called Iranians.
Right.
All you other nations are also going to pay for what y'all did to the children of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Indians, and Latino people. Right now in the news, well, we know it's been going on for months now, is those demonization tactics that the fake Jews use to try to get us off the street or to try to make us look bad. Because we is telling them that they are not the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
We are. The so-called Negro, Indian, Latino man are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So now they're using tactics to make us look bad because they know that they can't beat us in the scriptures. They can't prove. They can't.
They doing using that tactic, but we already look like it's fake.
By the way, we can't be anti-Shemitic because we are of the line of Shem, as you
Right.
Amalekites, which and some of you other nations, Moab and Ishmael as well, is from the line of Shem. We can be anti-Amalek,
Right.
Right.
which is what you
Right.
Israelis are. Y'all come from the line of Amalek,
Right.
pursuing the prophecy that Amalek shall be the chief of the nations.
Right.
Right.
We
Amalekites.
have a controversy with Amalek that he shall put Amalek out of forget the remembrance of Amalek from the ends of the earth.
Right. And he shall and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, which is a port city of Jerusalem, which is in Israel. A bastard is basically the fatherless. And you Amalekites are fatherless, man, because the Most High ain't dealing with you. So you're the fatherless. So we out here basically giving a warning to our people that if you don't get right, the Lord is going to destroy you right along with these other nations, right along with America, man. And to you other nations, you so-called white people, you so-called Arabs, you so-called Iranians, you so-called Africans, and what have you, you got judgment coming. And your judgment is one, the destruction of this kingdom, and two, slavery. And that goes double for you so-called white people. Y'all going into slavery as a punishment for what you did to the children of Israel.
All right. Galatians 5, we're going to go into 16.
Wait, according to the Bible, in case you didn't know. Go ahead.
It says, this I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Right, walk in the Spirit. What's the Spirit? The Spirit is the entirety of the Bible, man. The law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. That's the Spirit, man. You walk in the Spirit and you shall not fulfill the desires of the flesh. Like, for instance, if you walking in the Spirit, you're not going to go commit adultery. You know?
I remember.
If you walking in the Spirit, you're not going to go out and be a goddamn fag, man.
You know, I remember when they used to have when Negroes used to walk around with them WWJD things on their wrists or whatever. What happened to what would Jesus do now?
Right.
What happened to that?
Hey,
Because
this country is totally morally bankrupt.
Yes.
Totally morally bankrupt. You Jakes, especially the other nations, but you Jakes, y'all don't even think about what the Lord would really do, man. You got men on the street prophesying the downfall of this place, and y'all, those WWJDs,
They just
don't
faded
matter
out.
no more.
They faded away. Like
Because the Lord
what
would be.
that mean to a nigga? What would
Right.
Jermaine Dupri do?
right.
Exactly. That's what that means to a nigga. What would Jermaine Dupri do?
Because I remember when back in the days when they told us to wear that if we believe in God, and when a lot of black people was wearing those things that believed in God, but yet they didn't even teach us being young. They didn't even teach us what that really meant.
Right,
What would
'cause
Jesus
that
do?
WWJD just means what would John Doe do?
Right. What would John do?
Yeah,
What would Jane do?
Nothing
They
spiritual.
really don't even know the characteristics of Yahushua, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ.
Right.
They've taken him so long as being this effeminate, soft, soft, loving everybody type guy. That's not who he is.
And then, but they put it
soft, loving everybody type of Edomite.
right. But this
That's not even Edomite spirit, because the Edomite is a straight up liar.
But the
He'll
thing-
say he love you and be ready to stab you in the back.
right. That's why I said they got the image of a devil that was a tyrant. That was a fucking tyrant.
Yeah,
But they talking about love and roses, man.
Right.
He was a tyrant, man.
Sweet, but in his mouth was word or his tongue was like drawn sword.
Yeah, exactly. His word
Yep.
was sweet, but in his heart it was drawn swords.
Oh yeah, and the Bozier family, that was also part of the fake Jew.
Yeah.
Right.
The Amalekites.
The Amalekites.
Yep.
Let me read this precept real quick. This is Exodus 17:14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Right, because after 1,000 years of slavery, you so-called white people are going to be put to death as a nation. You're not going to be a nation ever again after we put you in slavery. After your slavery sentence is over, you'll never be a nation again. And the first crop of slaves is not going to be you peon Edomites, man. Y'all going to be destroyed in the destruction over here. The first crop of slaves are going to be you elites, man. You elite devils are going to be the first crop of our slaves.
I was just gonna say that.
Presidents, you rulers of the Edomite nation, you are going to be our first slaves.
Yep.
You senators, all of you Edomites that escaped judgment from the destruction of America is going to be our first slaves.
I was just for the Salaki. I was just gonna say that.
High pompous attitude that y'all have beating the fuck out of you.
Right,
Yep.
right. Current.
Like the ones that the rich one build, the Bill Gates.
Down to where
Current.
you'll just literally just be, your face literally cast to the earth.
Right, yep. All you elites, you Bill Gates types, you what is the owner of Facebook, that young Edomite? Hey, y'all gonna be our first crop of slaves. That's why y'all working so hard to censor what the men of the Lord is bringing out.
Y'all had fun breaking the so-called Negro in slavery.
Come, and we gonna have fun breaking you Edomites down, man. Breaking that pride down. Because right now, you Edomites think in your mind that you can't be brought down. We're gonna bring you down to your knees, boy. That's happening.
I whipped your head, boy.
Right, like that Edomite talking all that crap because his wife said had apologized for walking past the camera.
No, it wasn't even his wife.
No, that was the one behind him.
Yeah.
The two fat ones behind him.
Yeah,
The
but
one-
he
That
I
motherfucker
mean,
thought he was bad. They wasn't smoking
Yeah.
that square.
yeah.
Paul Mall.
What did he
Right,
say,
yeah.
Akim? What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
Man, he just got across and get the fuck out of the way.
Right,
What?
like we was actually in the way.
Right. This
Fucking
big ass
cover,
open.
man.
Do you want to see how big this open space
Right,
is, man? Like
yeah.
this motherfucking open space is big. It's so huge that the police don't even fuck with us, man.
Right, they can't.
Because
they
we
don't
do-
got no cause to say anything
Right.
to us, man.
Because there are too much open space.
Too much.
Too much walking room.
Remember they used to get on us about that.
Two people walking room. Two
They-
people side by side.
They used to feel like
walking.
at first we used to come like this close to the camera because we used to let people, we always used to see people walk behind us.
Exactly.
So the police like, no, y'all gotta open it, blocking us out, and they used to fuck with us. So we opened the sidewalk up and they still walk behind us in the street.
Yup. So shoot, hey, go ahead, Doc.
Job 19, Slakia 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth?
God.
It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short,
Right.
and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Right. The triumphing of the wicked is short because you Edomites haven't even been in power for 1,000 years, man. So you've been in power for about a good 500 years at most for having your straight power in America. They had us in slavery for 400 and something odd years. So you haven't even been in power that long.
I ain't gonna lie,
now America is ready to go down.
They remind me of these Edomites remind me of Negan, man. They remind me. Right. You Edomites.
That's going to be established forever.
Yeah,
we're never going to be taken out of power because Lord is going to make us to where we're completely not able to sin. So therefore, we're never going to be able to go down as a nation.
Right.
Other nation is going to be able to come up against us because the Lord is going to give us some spiritual power.
Right. You Edomites remind me of Negan on The Walking Dead, man. They really do, man. Like they rule with fear. And death, man.
They rule with terror over the nation. They rule with anger over the nation.
Ain't that what Negan did though?
Yeah,
like he had it sold up. Like
so I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He ruled
anger over the nation, man. What these Edomites have been in constant, endless wars.
Yes.
And the other nations overseas are trying to end those constant, endless wars. So you devils are not innocent in this, man.
No.
Y'all know about America's endless wars. America has not been, for the longest stint America has not been in war is like 2 years since its establishment.
Yes.
Other than that, for the whole time America has been established, there has been endless wars, man.
Well, they're the biggest exporter and ammunition and all types of war utensils, and the biggest exporter and the witchcraft or these pharmaceutical drugs, man. That's the only thing and soy.
Right, and the other nations are actually tired of you Edomites, especially you American Edomites.
Yes, and then y'all all over the world. Y'all all over the fucking world, and everybody shit. Like
right, and then the other nations is tired of that. And what Trump did, was good because the other nations right now, what are they talking about? Getting America out of the Middle East.
Yes, completely.
Because America knows your President Trump, he already knows if there's no troops in the Middle East, then America is going to fall financially overnight. That's why there's so many troops of America overseas right now. It's because they're trying to maintain this BS economy, man.
Seize that oil.
If they don't steal all those resources from overseas, then guess what? America's economy fails. You see all these governmental programs that's failing right now. I bet. The child care industry, the education industry, all of that stuff is being cut back, and they putting it to military. Why? Because they need to steal some resources so they can prop up the American economy again. But the other nations are somewhat strong right now, while they're together. Let the weak say they are strong. So they ain't buying you Americans BS right now.
This is Nahum 3:19. Says, "There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee."
Right.
You ain't shit.
Right.
You ain't shit. What you gonna do?
Right. Exactly.
What you gonna do? You know, other nations get to clapping their hands.
The other nations don't. The other nations do not like you, Americans, man. Shoot, the people over here don't like you Americans, man. Shit. And then y'all the most oppressive nation. You got Esau on the news talking about Iran is the most oppressive nation, but you Edomites don't even consider what you do to the so-called Negroes, Indians, and Latinos over here.
Look, they had a media blackout, and within a week, these motherfuckers from America try to have the nerve to say that Iran killed 1 million protesters.
Right, with the
I was
BS,
like,
man.
Yeah.
wait a minute, if they got a black guy, how the fuck do you know?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then how the fuck did they kill? Are they? Did they put them in concentration camps
Right,
and
right.
gas them?
Right. Are
Wink,
they
wink, you know what I'm
are they kidnapping their women and eating them and selling
Right.
them into sex
Right.
slavery?
Right.
No.
Right.
And these are all things that you Americans are doing, man.
Yep.
America is the most oppressive nation on the planet.
And you know it's Edomites in
America-
America kidnapping people and eating people. You know they the only cannibals here,
Hey,
man.
Hey, how do you
Hey.
know America is the most oppressive nation on the planet? Look at the American prison industrial system. More so-called Negroes are housed in American prisons than anybody housed in prison around the globe. America has the most prisoners than anybody, and America has the most Negro prisoners
wait.
than anybody around the globe.
Wait. But you got a proof of that?
And that is the proof right there, yep. And they should all be held in prison house.
Yeah, because it's not even talking about on an individual level. We
Correct.
as a people.
Correct.
They say they hold their oppressors. They set the oppressor set them not free, and they hold themselves not guilty.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Right. So we've never been let go. We
Correct.
still, we are this day in your captivity.
Crime. We are still this day in our captivity. And then, while the Bible explains it, is this whole country is a prison house. Not to mention the prison industrial complex, which houses more Negroes in jail than anybody have in their prisons around the globe, man. You got to actually think about that. More so-called Negroes are imprisoned in America than every other country that
Around
has
the globe.
prisoners in their prison system around the globe. More Negroes are still housed in prison in America. That is oppression.
Yep.
That is serious oppression. Because you can't get it wrong. By the numbers, Esau is supposed to be the biggest nation in America, and by the numbers, they commit the most crimes and the most heinous crimes. Yet and still, the so-called Negroes, Indians, and Latinos, there's more Negroes, Indians, Latinos housed in jail than any number of Edomites, and then that number exceeds all the numbers of people in jail around the globe in other countries. That shit is oppression. That is oppression by the numbers, man. And so you can't get around it. But then they want to talk about other countries oppressing their population. These other countries ain't oppressing their population like Esau. You so-called white people, y'all oppress the best. And then y'all lie about it. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 15:5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee?
Right,
Or who shall go aside and ask how thou doest?
right. Because ain't no other nation asking how we doing, man. Matter of fact, the president of the Philippines, Duarte, I think he's the only one that actually mentioned Jake. That's probably because he's an Israelite. You know, he's the only one that mentioned out of all these countries, because don't nobody else care about the so-called Negro, Indian, or Latino, man.
Well, hey,
Except for our own sympathetic selves, man. Like, damn.
and the way he said it though, he was pissed. He
Correct.
wasn't even just like saying
Correct.
it. He was disgusted.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
Like, damn, you motherfucker.
Right, the way,
The
yeah,
way
the
he
way,
said it.
yeah, he said,
Yeah.
oh, he was like, Obama, you should be ashamed the way y'all treat Negroes in America,
you
man.
son of a bitch, you motherfucker. Like he said it
Yeah.
all on air. Hey,
Mhm.
you know you gotta think though. He a manly. I mean, you know, he's more manly.
Right,
Hey, what he
right,
do?
right.
He doing his free time. That motherfucker used to go around on his motorcycle and execute drug dealers and shit.
Right, hey,
Mhm.
that's a just man. Hey, that's what you would think a man of the Lord would do. Go around executing witches, man. He basically was going on a witch hunt,
Which time?
you know. But you Edomites, man, you're the most oppressive nation on the planet, yet you want to point the finger at everybody else. And then, and there's another thing I did want to mention, man. As far as you IUIC followers, man, y'all need to learn how to break down scriptures better, man. Because I did a video earlier on this guy, Linus Judah Israel or whatever it was, on the way he broke down. He said the mark of the beast is sin according to Ecclesiasticus 27:2, which says as the joints of the bricks are joined together by a nail, sin stick close to buying and selling. Now, if that's the case, I mean, when you look at that scripture, it don't say nothing. It don't got nothing to do with the mark of the beast, man.
Right.
Basically, it's just making a comparison from nails sticking to bricks to keep them together, as wickedness sticking to
your money for.
Right. Yeah, and it's saying sin stick close to buying and selling.
Right.
You know, you can do a lot of wicked shit buying and selling.
Money. That's why motherfuckers covet money.
That's why. Exactly. It don't say money is the root of all evil. It says the love of it. So wickedness sticks close to buying and selling. It don't mean the mark of the beast is
sin.
Is sin.
Come on, man.
You know,
that's like saying the mark of the beast is an embargo.
Right. You can only get that if somebody told you, hey, this is the breakdown. This is how you teach people. No, man, that's not the breakdown.
Rather than giving you the brother to study, the tools to study yourself.
Where's the redemption through Yahweh Shai?
Exactly.
Right.
That's the case, because we all sinned and fell as a nation.
The Lord said we've all come short of the glory. So if we all came short of the glory, we all under sin. So if sin was the mark of the beast, guess what? We all got the mark of the beast. And according to Revelation, the 14th chapter, we all got to die by fire.
Right.
So if you get the mark of the beast, you dying in that fire and brimstone. The Lord was clear about that. So how can the mark of the beast be sin?
Don't worry about it, because you know what, brother? They're going to know exactly what it is soon. There ain't going to be no doubt.
We make them receive a mark in their right hand
or in their forehead.
A physical body part that you're going to receive a physical mark into your body, which is the microchip. It's plain and simple to be understood.
Hey, we've read it over time and time again, man. Matter of fact, would you get it for me out? I mean, we've read it time and time again. By simple comparison, the mark of the beast is the microchip that is going to be mandatorily implemented on all nations very soon.
Wait. You said something about sin so far as it being sin, right? Before you read that, this is Romans 4:8. Blessed is the man to whom Yahweh will not impute sin.
Right. Yeah.
Because if he dealt with each and every one of us according to our trespasses, we'd all be finished.
We'd all be dead, man.
Right. So just like technically King David should have been dead. Trying to say King David got the mark of the beast?
Right. I mean, hey, man.
But Solomon must have had it too then, huh?
Right.
Damn.
It's like, come on, man. Before the mark of the beast was even implemented, everybody had it. It's like, come on, man.
This is Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causes all, this beast system, causes all, Esau's system, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, which is a literal mark.
It's the Greek word charagma, which means a mark or an incision in the flesh.
A carnal mark.
When they take that syringe and put that piece of technology that's about the size of a grain of rice and insert it into your right hand, you would now have accepted the mark of the beast.
Or your left hand.
It don't matter if they put it in your left hand, your asshole, wherever they put that in, that down. I was about to say that chip. That's you. You made your choice. You chose your side. Alright, this shit ain't hard to figure out. But niggas say shit like that so they can put everybody on this level playing field.
Yeah.
That's a fucking coward, man.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
In other words, if you don't have the mark, you don't have no money. So it can't be sin. Because if everybody sin, then everybody can buy and sell. Hey, brother, can you buy and sell with sin? I mean, you can't. You buy and sell with currency. with what is called currency. The currency we use now is the dollar bill.
I mean, now they're slowly getting away with that through Bitcoin and blockchain.
Yeah.
That's going to be the new digital currency that they're going to implement for the chip.
Right, because they made
sin
sin sticks closely to it because it's got all them symbolisms and all types of shit on it.
It's not even
It's a
just
witchcraft
that,
note.
because it's a diverse balance in weight.
It's
Constantly fluctuating. The price of this money is constantly
but
going up and down.
But that goes back to sin sticking closely to it. You know what I'm saying? To buying and selling. So unless you have that currency, and that's another reason why they've got the whole population used to using credit cards. Because there was a point in time when you were gonna have a job, you go to your job, you get a paycheck. You go to the bank, and you cash that paycheck, and they give you money for it. But then over the years, that changed. That changed into they give you a credit card. If you don't got a bank account, they'll give you a credit card. So every week or two or whatever, your funds will be on that credit card to get you used to not spending money.
That's what made it
Physical.
That's how all
Exactly.
your transactions can be monitored and tracked.
Right.
It's less able to be tracked when you got
Physical
cash in your
currency.
hand.
Yup. So a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure the old school brothers know you used to get that food stamp booklet with all the food stamps in it, and then they changed it to the EBT, man.
Wait, then they had that rule. You had to tear it in front of them and shit.
Right. They started using that rule. You got to tear it in front of them because they know people was, send your kids to the store. Hey,
Give 'em a dollar
tear a couple
each.
dollars off. Hey, go get you some candy and bring me back the change. So, hey, Edomites didn't like that.
That was laundry money.
Yeah, hell yeah. That was either laundry money or a pack of cigarettes or some shit, man. I remember vividly having to do that, man. Hey, go spend these dollars, spend them one at a time and bring me back the change. We'll spend a quarter out of each dollar and shit and bring back all that change, man. And it was enough for cigarette money.
Get some lemon heads.
Right. Yep, go get some penny candy. The Boston baked beans. But you really gotta be old school to remember. But that's how it was, man. Because a lot of young cats really don't remember all that. So because they didn't grow up in the era where it was already you get your money on a card.
Yep.
But that's to get used to not having any currency in your pocket. Not spending currency. They even came out with the commercials. If y'all remember that one commercial where everybody was going through the food line and they were just swiping their card, and then one guy came with money and everything just stopped. Like, damn, this motherfucker got money. What's wrong with him? But that's all. But they tried to ridicule him for having money.
Remember that commercial with the dude that went and started filling his cart up with everything, putting everything in his cart, and then instead of going through the line where everybody else was, he went around the line and went right past the security guard and went through the metal detector and said, a bitch said, beep, beep, beep. The security guard said, hey, hold up. You got your receipt.
Right.
Because he had that mark of the beast in him.
Yep. And that's what they engineering everybody toward.
Yep.
It's just like school. School, you're not put in school to learn. If you think about it, because they don't teach you about money. They don't teach you about money in school. They teach you how to work in school. Think about it. You go to school for how long? An 8-hour day. You really ain't learning nothing because you can learn your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s at home. They ain't teaching you about money. They ain't teaching you about business. You go to school, what is it?
No, they teach you about that Social Security card number.
Until 2 to 4 in the evening. Then you go home and they're indoctrinating you. You get used to working that 8-hour shift for 40 hours a week.
Yep.
All the way from a child all the way to a teenager.
All right, man.
Then you go get a job at McDonald's and do the same thing.
What they do, they get you up from a young age because you got to get up early as hell.
Hell yeah.
You got to get up early, 8 hours a day.
You got to be out there at 6:30 in fucked up weather?
Well, you can't say it's 8 hours a day. It's
you know what I mean?
Up 2 hours.
Hey, Salaki, you got to wake up at least an hour early. But I remember me and the brother used to have to walk out in blizzards.
Right.
At 6 something in the morning. Like, God damn, I
That's
used to
right
hate
there.
that shit.
But if
Yeah,
I lived
man.
in Michigan when I grew up in that Cali, I wouldn't know
Yeah,
what
yeah, we
I
still.
would have looked outside
Hey,
like shit.
hey, Ox, how many times we just got kicked out? If we didn't go to school, they would kick us the fuck out the house anyways.
Right.
Don't come back till
Right.
3:30, 4
Right,
o'clock.
because you don't learn
shit you
nothing
not,
in
man.
school. You learn the routine to go to work
Yes.
from school.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, because it shouldn't be nothing to teach a person about money
Yeah.
in school. But they don't teach you about money. They don't teach about money in school right now. You have a bunch of entrepreneurs.
No, they'll teach you how to count money.
Well, they don't know
They'll
that.
teach you how to count money,
They
but
don't-
that's
they
it.
say they teach you how to calculate it. but
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
teach
They teach you how to-
financial gain.
Right,
They teach you how to calculate currency.
Right.
Because real money is silver and
And
gold.
gold.
commodities.
Right.
Because right now on the stock exchange, they make it look like silver and gold is worth less
John
than what it
eats
is.
Trish's entire burrito.
Well, that's why Saudi Arabia. That's why Iran threatened to attack Saudi Arabia.
Correct. That
Saudi
recent.
Arabia,
Yup.
these uncertain, the Lord, the scripture
Right.
said, trust not in uncertain riches.
Correct.
His riches in this country are based off oil, petrodollar.
Correct.
And them being
Correct.
based off of that, one attack can set this whole place off overnight.
Right.
This motherfucker will go down $30 for a fucking loaf of bread.
Right.
$50 for some milk.
Overnight.
Like Venezuela, and when that happens, they have to transfer this currency over before that takes place.
Correct.
So that gives them more of a precipice to make these things come to pass, man.
Correct.
They got to do it now. Because if they don't,
Mhm.
they're over there in the Middle East,
Yeah,
Iran got
yeah.
leverage over there. They like, nigga, I will fuck you up at any time. Don't play
Right.
with me, man.
Yep,
Mhm.
America might be a military superpower, but if Iran attacked the oil fields in Saudi Arabia, America's currency inflates overnight. Overnight. Because of the petrodollar. It's based off Saudi Arabia's oil field.
Not just America.
Right,
We're talking
right.
about the EU itself.
Yep, all America's allies is going to be fucked because of the petrodollar, man.
Europe, Italy,
So,
Germany.
yeah, so
all
Iran, I mean, you heard all the tough talk from Trump. Hey, we murdered the general because it was an imminent attack, and if Iran retaliates, we gonna hit all these civilian targets.
Yeah,
or
basically
cultural targets.
monuments,
Yeah.
monument targets that mean something
Yeah,
to the
like,
country.
yeah, if Iran try to
Right.
retaliate, we
Yeah.
gonna hit all these targets, their cultural targets and stuff. Trump was real tough after he murdered that general.
Yeah.
During a non-war time, mind you.
Hey,
And
wait,
then-
wait,
right, puffing at his enemies. And then Iran attacked 2 American bases, no casualties, and said, hey, if you attack us again, if you don't get off this bullshit, we're not gonna attack you, we're gonna attack your allies and fuck up your currency. And what did Trump do? Oh, we're just gonna put sanctions. This round is over. We're not gonna, because the money would, inflation overnight. That means riots and all hell breaking loose in the streets, which is gonna happen anyway, because that's gonna be the reason they implement that market of beast.
Wait.
When all hell break loose.
That's one thing for real. He said that they're going to attack their cultural places, right?
Current.
So they're going to fuck up their different mosques and their different religious places that they have that's within Iran, right? Y'all have a good night, man. That's actually wrong. You're not supposed to do that. Not only is that an international war crime, but it's also a crime against the Heavenly Father. This is Deuteronomy 19 and 14. It says, thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance.
Right, and that's one thing that every nation has done to us, man. They removed our landmarks.
Mm-hmm.
They removed our ancient landmarks. As a matter of fact, Esau, the number one, has stolen the remnant of our ancient landmarks. They're even trying to steal our identity, and that's why our people are so lost today, man.
They broke the noses off, didn't they? They break the noses, boom,
and
with a hammer.
said
They broke the
that
nose.
they are the Israelites, and said that we are Africans. I mean, how much stall can you get? First, you kidnap us from the continent of Africa, because yes, we were over there for about 1,500 years. So, they ran us out of our land,
Which was Israel.
We ran into Africa so we could hide among other people that's dark skinned.
Right.
Then the Africans, the Arabs, and the Edomites had got this deal together because of you Amalekites, you fake Jews today, and sold us over here to slavery, the majority of us over here to slavery. Then y'all start calling us niggas, Negroes, black,
Colored.
African American, colored, all this stuff.
Everything.
So
But-
so he wasn't. My bad.
No, go ahead, brother. Yeah.
This is out to edify our people.
True indeed. So we wasn't Africans first.
No, we wasn't Africans. We were
Israelites.
actually Israelites first.
So-
Our whole history was Israelites first. And then
We just got drove
were-
into
we were
Africa.
around, you know, our people
Well,
are around all these
It's-
continents, but
Israelite is right there.
Correct.
Right next to
Israel.
Africa.
Mhm.
Because what Jerusalem got destroyed by Rome in 70 AD, which
Right,
caused the
right.
inhabitants of the southern tribe, which was Judah, Benjamin,
Correct,
and Levi.
correct.
True indeed.
primarily.
So my question is then, the original man, where did he pop up at, or she
it was,
pop
yeah,
up
it was
at?
in the continent of Africa.
Yeah,
It was the
in the
land of
continent.
Canaan.
So what you're saying is then that we started out as Africans, then we migrated to Israel, and then
Well, let me put it more like this, because the original person was called Adam, right? And he was in the Middle East. He was born over there in the Middle East.
Adama.
The
where
other
do you
nations,
get that from? Born in the Middle East.
it's in the Bible.
East
Basically,
of the
life
Garden
started in the East of Eden.
Eden,
So
Eden means paradise.
Right,
The
right.
whole planet
East of Eden
is
is-
paradise. Even the Middle East was a
Right,
paradise.
right.
They call
So
it
if the
fertile
whole
crescent.
planet was a paradise, then how are we just going to place him in the Middle East?
Right, he placed them in the Middle East.
Well,
He
you
didn't
gotta
place
think
them in
this was
continent.
one country.
Right.
One point in
At
time.
one time,
All
you
right,
know,
so in the east, which is present day Fertile Crescent, which is still known as that portion of which is Israel, Syria.
Yeah.
That was the furthest place on the planet. That's why the garden had to be there, because this was the most prominent part of the garden. It didn't mean that they didn't still have desert terrain.
says who?
Huh?
Who said that was the furthest place on the
Well,
continent?
they're still known as the Fertile Crescent for
Yeah.
that reason. Even
Right.
though it don't look very fertile. It's dried up over there now.
Right.
They used
But
to have
yeah.
cedars
Yeah,
of
it's
So,
because
but-
it was because of the rivers and lakes that ran through that
Tigris
part of the
and-
land. Yeah, the
yeah.
Tigris,
Right.
the Jordan, yeah.
Right. That,
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to think that was what caused these deserts to grow so large as they are is the constant spilling. All right.
Right.
So if you take this place, if you go somewhere and you spill a lot of blood on that place, constant warfare, that's going to start seeping into the
It
earth.
defiles the land.
Not
But
to
yeah,
mention
we were-
they also salt the earth as well. So you have a lot of different ways of getting people off the land.
Right.
You can salt the earth, and then
Right.
people never come back and it's unusable.
So
Yeah, the original people
so
did
by that
start over
logic,
there.
by
Yeah.
that logic, you're saying that wherever man, woman, same thing, man, defiles the earth, makes desert.
No,
when he
no.
defiled the earth,
I'm
it's
saying
that-
this is why you don't have it like you have, like, for instance, you have cedars of Lebanon, cedar trees.
Right.
You go over there to Lebanon now, will you show me a cedar, please? All right, that original, it's been curbed, it's been destroyed, it's been pummeled, it's been built over. All right, it's been so many battles on that land itself. Not the whole world causing these deserts, but these in particular areas, and why the Fertile Crescent no longer looks so fertile. The original inhabitants isn't over there anymore, and they constantly polluting that area. You
Right.
know? So
But well, I still want to get back to we being the children of Israel because
Okay.
everybody was born in the Middle East and we were the last nation, but we're still not part of the other dark-skinned nation.
Time out real quick. If we was the original man, then how was we born last?
Because the original man, well, let me read it.
right.
Go to
Let
Genesis.
me read it.
Right.
No, I'm gonna read it in Ecclesiastes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yep.
Because we weren't, let's put it to you like this. Everybody was prepared, but let's just say, like, if you're cooking, right?
Right.
You cook for everybody else, but you're going to cook your plate last.
True, indeed.
Because you want it warm. Basically, us being the original man, as you
But
say,
you was already here as the original man, as the
well,
chef.
man was
As
here.
the chef,
You're already here to prepare everybody else's stuff.
Right.
And it's just because you make your stuff last doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you was already here.
Well, let's say your plate, you custom make your plate. You're not gonna season it to the way all these other plates. You making it for somebody else, right?
True.
I work fast food, right?
True.
Probably I don't know if you have. You making them theirs a certain way, but yours you gonna custom make a certain way,
True
just
indeed.
for you.
True
Unlike everybody else that only that you can relate to. Somebody else might look and say, "That's nasty." I'm just saying, alright, so like you stated, when you say us being the original man, that was the care that was taken of us. You can still see it to this day and the times that we were given. The very thing that we being oppressed for.
So this is like, okay, this is second Ezra 6 and 6 and 56. No, 6 and 54.
I was gonna say 6 and 54.
54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Because the Adam was the original person that the Lord chose, the Adamites. Then he flooded the earth, and the only ones that lived was the 8 persons. Moses, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and their 4 wives. And then all the other nations came from them.
And of course, Noah.
So that's why it says this. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. All this I have spoken before. I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the worlds for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing but be like unto spittle, and is like in the abundance of them until a drop that falleth out of the vessel, because the Lord ain't choose the other nations. He only chose the children of Israel. So us being those people, a matter of fact, if you want to get Amos, is it 3 and 3? I believe. Yeah, Amos 3 and 3. Because the Lord ain't dealing with other people.
Oh, you talking about 3 and 6 and 7, I believe.
Probably 3 and 6.
Yeah, 3 and 6. Yeah.
When in Genesis, right? In Genesis, God says, "Let us make a people that like the image of us."
Right, because the one that
So
made the
let us
the one
is
that
more than multiple. It's more than one.
right, the one that made the people was not the Most High Himself. It was actually the one people ignorantly call Jesus and the angels that made the people. So to let
But
us was the
I thought that Jesus was God in the physical form.
No.
Yeah, the Heavenly Father's Son.
Yeah. I put it this way.
yeah.
He's like the
Holy
physical
Spirit
father,
that
but
the
it's
Most
not.
High created was
Right.
Jesus, so to speak. Or
So to
Yahweh
speak,
Shai
right.
is what we call it.
Yahshua?
Yahweh Shai.
He come in his name. He's not him. He's sending his son.
Exactly.
All right, so he's basically coming in his name. It's what that it's a
But
Basically, he's saying
his
he.
son is him.
Yeah, no, what?
No,
but
no,
let me
that Trinity thing is all
yeah, let me
bullshit.
say this, Akil. Let me say this. Yeah, because it's really like this.
I'm just saying.
If you say, if you
bullshit according to the Bible.
look, it's like.
According to the Bible, it's bullshit.
Hold on.
because the Lord-
Yeah, let me say this, Akil. Let me say this, Akil, because really it's like this. If I send my son, that means that my son was a representation of me. That means that he's like me. You know what I'm saying? My son believes in everything I believe.
I'm trying to hit the guy.
Yeah. Hold on. If I send my son, yeah, we don't talk to him because he be on his bullshit a lot. Yeah. So this the thing. Yeah.
So Christianity is the best, right?
No,
Christianity
it's
the
bullshit.
Yeah, the Bible is not about Christianity. It's law, statutes, and commandments, history, and prophecy about the children of Israel, and the prophecy of the destruction of the world and the coming of the kingdom of heaven.
That's bullshit right there.
That's bullshit too.
That's bullshit.
It's already been done.
Yeah, right there. But you know,
he came to Grand Rapids.
So wait, what was this country before that? You mean to tell me he started slavery?
Right.
He did the
Right,
transatlantic
right,
slave
right.
trade. He took the country from the Native Americans. That motherfucker ain't shit. That motherfucker ain't nothing but a part bringing in the breeze. That's all.
Yeah, but you know, let me explain this to the brother real quick. It's like yeah, peace, brother. It's like this, brother. If you got a son, right? Your son grow up to be exactly like you. That's how people remember him. All the shit you used to do, your son did it. So that he's a representation of you. So that's how you gotta look at God and Jesus. Like the Lord God sent his son, but he was just he is just like his father. So he's a representation of his father, but they're two different people still. You know, two different entities, you know.
He come in his father's name, the heavenly
Right. Because the reason why he sent his son is because the son is just like the father. You know what I'm saying? He believes and he knows everything his father is true.
11, and I'm gonna start at 25.
Who is coach?
At that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Now, you know, this is not the exact scripture that I was looking for, because the exact scripture I'm looking for was like when the light from the doves came from heaven, and he told one of his disciples, this is my beloved son, hear ye him. But this is close to it, because Yahushua is separating himself from the Father. Because if it was a Holy Trinity, as they say, which came about in what was it?
No, that didn't come out till Christianity, didn't it?
Nicaea.
Yeah, the Nicaea, the Council of Nicaea, because they were a bunch of sun worshipers. It came around that time. It didn't come in the beginning when the Lord was around.
Pardon me, God.
Man, we appreciate you stopping up here, brother.
Hey, yeah.
Thank you, man.
We always gonna be out here, so hey, brother.
Every Saturday.
I got y'all scheduled every Saturday.
Every Saturday, we usually start about 7:30 or 8 o'clock, so you know, we be out till whenever, you know.
You know, summertime we out here earlier, but the winter time, you know, we out here.
Yeah, hey,
sometimes
we'll see you next week or the next time.
Brother, let me ask you a question, brother. We seen you before, haven't we?
Yeah, he came a couple of times.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm like, I know this brother face. Yeah. I knew, I'm like, I know this brother face.
I bumped into the guy that was just standing right there.
Ra'ah.
Probably like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, yo, when y'all be doing because you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get some knowledge. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh, we be out there every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told him right then and there, like, just keep it all the way funky, which is like, I'm a 5%. But at the same time,
at the same time,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
still gonna ask questions.
Right. Hey, did we just say that? I swear, we just say like maybe about 15, 20 minutes before you walked up, we were just talking about if a guy came up and walked up to a person that talking about he knows so much and he asked him, what's today's mathematics, guy? He ain't even gonna have an answer for him. These niggas be just playing smart. They talk a good game, but they're not, you know, they're not intelligent.
Soak it all in. Yeah, my roots. Is definitely 5%.
I knew he knew something because he know about things that other brothers don't even speak about. I know it.
It's different than that, but you know, Lord willing, if you can see it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's what we out here. We to build our people up. Yeah, we talking. We pretty much teaching to the camera, but when a brother comes up in the flesh,
uploading that though.
To everywhere.
Then when somebody come in the flesh, exactly. When somebody come in the flesh, they all part of that.
That's what we out here for.
True indeed.
What else we gonna be out here for? We ain't out here to get YouTube clicks. You know?
So man, it is cold out this month. What black people do you know that's coming out here in the freezing cold?
Hey brother, man. Hey,
we appreciate that, brother.
Hey, anytime you have questions, man, feel free.
Definitely gonna be coming through on, you know, I ain't gonna say the regular.
Right. No, whenever the next time we see you, we'll see you. You know? Yeah, whenever the spirit bring you back. You know what I'm saying?
Sure indeed. I'll be out here.
All right, brother. You take care, brother.
Y'all have a good night.
Casa
like Spanish style.
Okay, Tata. Yep. All right, brother. Yep, you too.
Good night. You too. Hey, at the end of the day, now that's the truth right there.
Right.
We out here to teach our people. We also out here to teach the nations that their judgment is coming.
Yep.
You know? But hey, that's what we out here for, to build up our people, to teach the nations what's coming. You know, we ain't out here We ain't out here to bullshit, play
Like you
around,
said,
and
trying
get
to get
YouTube
some-
to click.
Yeah, no, you can't bullshit in weather like this, man. You can't, man. It's
I
too
mean,
fucking
some
cold.
niggas can for about 15, 20 minutes, but you know,
Shit,
after
if they
about
last
6
that
hours,
long.
hey, as a matter of fact, yeah, because hey, even other camps, Israelite camps ain't coming out in the winter time,
Nah, man, a lot
They
of
ain't
them.
coming out in
Yeah,
the break just to play around.
yeah.
But you know, with that, we gonna say Shalom, all praise and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash.
Double honors to Apostle Great Millstone. Salutations to you, I can doing the work. And truth and sincerity on 3 Abide Babar. 1, 2, 3.
Abide Babar, Abide Babar, Abide Babar. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
Woo, got some good time, man.